What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 11 value plays. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay, in this video, I'm going to give you some value plays. Not the top priced players, not the lowest priced players. The guys right in the middle, around 5 to 7K salary range. And if you stay to the very end after all my picks and after I show you the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll give you my super secret sleeper pick that no one's talking about. Okay, who do we have at the quarterback position? I like Dak Prescott from the Dallas Cowboys playing the Atlanta Falcons, who give up the second most fantasy points overall and are the third worst and give up the third most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Dak Prescott has scored 22, 17, and 22 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 17.5 fantasy points per game on the season. He's getting 5.3 rushes per game. He rushed 6 times last game. If he gets into the end zone, if he can get into the end zone on a rush attempt, you're going to hit value. Dak Prescott is $5,200 DraftKings salary, $2,200 more on FanDuel, so that's an excellent DraftKings price. He's projected at 18.4 fantasy points, and now that his newly acquired weapon, Amari Cooper, has settled in, he should be able to do some damage here in Week 11. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all our DFS tools for NFL, and the tools for NBA are awesome. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Okay, let's see who we have at the running back position. I like Philip Lindsay from the Denver Broncos playing the LA Chargers, who have the 9th best defense overall, but they're about middle of the pack defending opposing running backs. The matchup isn't great here, but there's not too many good mid-tier running backs that are in a good position for Week 11. Philip Lindsay has scored 10, 20, and 17 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 13.6 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets an average of 3 targets per game and a little over 12 rushes per game, but that rush count has gone up quite a bit in the last 3 games. He got 17 rushes last game and 18 the game before that, so he's nearing 20 plus touches per game. Philip Lindsay is $5,200 DraftKings salary, $1,200 more on FanDuel, projected right around 13 fantasy points. I'm looking for a 15-point fantasy day from Philip Lindsay here in Week 11. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, who do we have at the wide receiver position? I like Alshon Jeffrey from the Philadelphia Eagles playing the New Orleans Saints, who are the 4th worst defense overall and give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Alshon Jeffrey has scored 9, 8, and 22 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 16.5 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 8.7 targets per game. Alshon Jeffrey is $6,300 DraftKings salary, $1,000 more on FanDuel, projected at 15.2 fantasy points this week. I like Alshon Jeffrey in this spot, playing a weak New Orleans defense in Week 11. Okay, moving on to the tight end position. I like Evan Ingram from the New York Giants playing the Tampa Bay Bucks, who are the 2nd worst defense overall and give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Evan Ingram has scored 9, 14, and 5 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging right around 9 fantasy points per game with 5.2 targets per game. Getting much more involved in the offense, Evan Ingram is $4,100 DraftKings salary and $1,700 more on FanDuel, projected at 10.1 fantasy points. I love Evan Ingram at home versus a terrible Tampa Bay defense. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to DraftDashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content. Okay, my super secret sleeper pick for week 11 is Larry Fitzgerald from the Arizona Cardinals playing the Oakland Raiders, who are the 3rd worst defense overall and give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Larry Fitzgerald has scored 11, 29, and 14 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 10.9 fantasy points per game on the season. He's getting 7.2 targets per game, 10 targets last game, 12 the game before that. Larry Fitzgerald is $5,600 DraftKings salary, 300 more on FanDuel, projected at 13.7 fantasy points this week. Fantastic matchup, playing at home. I love Larry Fitzgerald here in week 11. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for week 11. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.